She was my whole world.
Strap in, everybody. It's gonna be a lot of this. As we now transition over to a sad music montage scene cross-fading into the window. Very thematically being a sun-setting day for Jessie, as we'll soon see, but also hearing about the experience of a girl and her toys? That's new territory for a standard sequel. Presumably, not everyone will have the Andy experience, so let's get stuck in for how an alternative can go.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful.
Damn, what a crazy room. Those two singular horseshoes on the wall go crazy. You can tell it's 1999. Still, this room is just baked in those warm, glowy colors, as it should do to remember warm, nostalgic memories. And the lines, "when somebody loved me," is so incredibly on the nose, but also strikes right at your heartstrings.
Emotional damage!
It's a formulaic piece of the Toy Story movies so far, and if last time we learned that Buzz isn't a space ranger and lost an arm, you can tell that this one's not gonna hold back either. Man, actually, Toy Story got into dismemberment right at the offset, huh?
Every hour we spent together.
Now we get to see a little bit of Emily, a classic Western fan little girl, and we never see her eyes. The brilliant Toy Story omission that typically likes to do that so that we can focus on our real protagonists at their smaller scale. And I love how, despite the fact that Jessie has not animated at all yet, you can still read the glee in her default face during playtime. Anyway, Emily's not just a casual fan, she seems to have all sorts of Jessie merch lined up, costume and hat and all. Relevant for how it doesn't matter how good you've got it.
Lives within my heart.
Oh no, she's literally a horse girl? I think that's our first red flag. Get out of there, Jessie!
Jessie!
But this montage is gonna do another consistent thing in its short runtime, and that is the transitions. It's never a cut. It's always a flow. Artsy because it's a montage? A nice flair because there's so many of them? Or is it the inevitable passing of time? Especially when witnessing childhood as a toy's kid grows up way too quickly, like parents so often say of their own child. You can take your pick. But whilst the first one was a fade in the window, this one is a mask job, cutting around Jessie's form to take us to this horse painting.
I was there to dry your tears.
As we've mask cut over to nighttime now with a homemade cowboy camp tent. They make a lot out of this one corner of a room, but it works. Jessie now a focused silhouette alongside Emily so we don't see her details and you can see her nearby merch lamp too. It's interesting how Emily seems to only care about the Jessie part of Woody's roundup. Doesn't even have bullseye for her horse. But it happens, you know, kids usually don't have the entire set and not everyone has a whole army like Andy does.
We are at Code Red. Recon plan charge.